So I'm thinking about changing the intro music.
Good Lord, why?
Why not?
I suppose.
I'm thinking about redoing the vocals, the karaoke version of Children of the Revolution by T-Rex, because it seems like something I would want to have existing.
Okay.
I'm just saying, something that I'm like, maybe that would work. Might fit things a little bit nicer. So, anyways, welcome one and all to Sounds Like Liberty, episode number 80, the Christmas spectacular that never was. How you feeling today, Liz?
It's Christmas Day. Can't really argue with that.
It is Christmas Day.
Happy holidays.
I don't remember most of it because I wasn't awake, as has kind of been the holiday season.
Yep.
We came into this thing having all these grand ideas about what we were going to, have. Because I have such a big Christmas special in mind.
Yeah.
And then
we're just basically lucky to make it out alive at this point.
Yeah, Liz is working like 70 plus hours a week. And, despite trying really early to get people roped into it, I just wasn't getting responses that I liked. That's okay.
Everybody's got stuff going on.
There's the Chris Cantwell bit that you'll hear some year when we get through and do the full on Andy Williams special.
I suppose.
I almost recorded it myself last night, just for the record. Mm-hmm. So, welcome to Sounds Like Liberty, episode number 80 here on the Launchpad Media, where we are always launching ideas in your direction. I didn't want to belabor things since we didn't do the big thing that we wanted to do, but I felt we needed to put out a dispatch. So, I thought we'd talk a little bit about Christmas.
Okay.
So, how was your Christmas today, Liz?
My Christmas was what it was. It will be what it will be, my friend.
I don't like the way that sounds.
Okay.
Like you didn't like your Christmas is what that sounds like.
No, if I didn't like my Christmas, then I would have said I didn't like my Christmas.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. It's not really your MO. You would beat around the bush and then you'd realize that you didn't like your Christmas in like 3 months.
Okay. Well, then ask me in 3 months, I guess.
Apparently. And there's the kid. Kid, how much did you like Christmas?
A lot.
There you have it, folks. The kid loved Christmas.
I suppose that's what we're going for here. That's the important part.
The whole being a parent thing.
Yep.
What's your favorite part of Christmas, Irma?
Opening presents.
Opening presents. Big shocker there.
Well, I also like eating eggnog.
Eggnog was good. And I seem to remember you enjoying quite a bit of candy. That seemed to go over well.
Yeah, thanks for that, Mom. At least I slept all day and will be awake for the candy awakeness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go do that. Enjoy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, leave the studio, sweetie. Eat your sausage, whatever you're talking about. So I thought what would be fun today would be to kind of talk about what things we would like to see in the next year. Like what would be the best Christmas gift we could get? Like
peace on earth, can it be? That kind of thing?
Sure. I'm going to be a little bit more specific, but
okay.
But what would you like to see? Just peace on earth, that's all?
Oh, no, I was quoting that old Bowie and, what is it, Dean?
No?
Who was it?
Bing Crosby.
Bing and Bowie, okay.
And you don't have anything you want to see?
Oh, I would like to see a lot more people putting more energy into things that are going to kind of heal the growing areas of the planet. Like, hey, how about instead of having a monocrop that you're going to have to put a bunch of chemicals on to get it to keep growing, how about you just grow something, useful, something you could eat, possibly, something that might pull some minerals up from deep in the ground.
That sounds like such a tall order, Liz.
It really isn't, though.
I don't imagine anyone doing that.
You could just throw some creeping thyme or some.
Let's get more realistic here, because you're taking on the entire corn industry and the soy industry when you're talking about that. Those are big industries.
Okay. Doesn't mean that's not what I want to see.
Look, I just want to see the dissolution of the Department of Education.
Oh, yeah, that's not as tall an order?
I don't know. It seems like it's only one department. It's only been there since the mid-'80s. So it seems like that shouldn't be that difficult a thing to kind of deal with.
I feel like the people who are into the Department of Education are very into the Department of Education.
Yeah, but I feel like, is it that entrenched? It's only been there as long as we've been alive.
You talk to anybody from where I grew up, and, you talk about not having the government force everybody to send their kids to school, and it's sacrilege here.
Which is funny because it's doing them all a lot of good, it seems like.
Well, I get
as sarcastically
that,
as I can say that.
They have the idea in their heads that the government forcing everyone to send their kids to school is making sure that the population is literate and
They're not literate,
educated.
and they know they're not literate. So
they're not forced into that, then, we're just going to have all the poor people and all the brown people with no education. And, then we'll all be back to those days when they didn't have the opportunities that they have now. That's the theory.
what opportunities? What opportunities they have now?
Whatever amorphous opportunities happen when you have that high school diploma. And
So Burger King?
I mean, I guess
that's my point. How do they not see that, like, oh, hey, we're getting fucked over here? Like, none of this works in our favor.
Well, I mean, I think that they do, but I think they believe that, that is not an optional part of the system. Like, you have to have that at least, and then we need to have, reformations or some sort of extra help on top of that. Like, but don't get rid of that, because that's the baseline. That's the thing that's keeping us, the whole thing from going to heck, I guess. I don't know.
But I feel like the whole thing has already gone to heck.
Well, I would agree, but I don't know that the average person, at least not from where I grew up, they probably wouldn't agree.
So what you're saying is we need to deal with this whole next step in human evolution thing.
I mean, putting it that way makes it sound very like, I'm better than you, you need to get on my level.
I am, and they do.
I'm just saying, maybe having more conversations with people to try and...
But nobody wants to have conversations.
Give them that information.
They just want to yell at you about stuff.
And then,
stuff that
if
they're wrong
swayed.
about.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not arguing with that. I'm just saying coming in as like superior expert person doesn't usually endear people to your cause.
I mean, theoretically, Betsy DeVos is in charge of it, and she hates it.
Yeah.
So, like, it shouldn't be that difficult to get her to destroy the whole thing.
I mean, it's always worth a shot. But, then you got to deal with, is the deep state going to come in and, start taking people out who are, bringing down their whole machine?
I don't know. How about you? How do you? What's your 3-point plan for getting rid of? I guess the Department of Agriculture.
I didn't say anything about getting rid of the Department of Agriculture. I think, frankly, what we need is for people to start just doing it, and then when shit starts changing, the Department of Agriculture will just become obsolete.
But then Monsanto is just going to file copyright claims on all of those farmers and put them out of business.
I mean, it's a possibility, but
it's a probability.
Yeah, I know. There's always going to be pushback, whatever you're trying to do. If it's something that's taking power away from the big machine with the power, there's always going to be a pushback.
Why do I feel like in both of these cases, like it's going to be the inner city that fights back? Like
that's going to be where people are like, you hate poor people.
Yeah, we're trying to take away their Twinkies with your move, and we're trying to take away their daycare with my move.
I'm not taking their Twinkies.
Yeah, you are.
I'm saying grow shit.
Yeah, but you're taking their Twinkies, because if you're not mass producing corn at the scale that we do, you know how much of a Twinkie is corn, right?
Yeah.
Virtually all of it.
I'm not even talking about the agricultural land. I'm talking about people's lawns. Like, stop wasting fucking space, people.
Yeah, but that won't happen. You're not allowed to in most cities. You know how many city ordinances you'd have to change?
Well, yeah, there is that. So. There are the HOAs that are like, it's not grass. What the hell?
It's not even the HOAs, honey. Like, it's just cities. It's just busybodies and fucking authority. Yeah. Let's go down to Dunedin, Florida.
What about Florida?
Look up Dunedin, Florida and lawns.
Okay.
And I'm probably just gravitate towards this because I'm from Dunedin.
It just sounds awful.
There's some fucked up shit that's going on down in Florida.
It all sounds awful. I mean, trust me, I owned a house in inner city Cleveland where like nobody gives a shit about anything. But they will come and mow your lawn for you and charge you $300 if it's higher than 2 inches. You've got freaking burned out buildings across the street. But, God forbid, your lawn's too freaking long.
It's because it's revenue generation.
Such bullshit.
So if you want to help us for Christmas, what you need to do is you need to go and end the Department of Education and start planting shit in your lawn.
Yeah. Possibly not in that order.
How about this?
Whichever one's easy for you to get started with.
How about we focus on the things that you can do?
Yeah.
Even in my case, there's something you can do.
Okay.
Homeschool your kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So start a garden and homeschool your kids.
Those would probably be, closer to the first steps.
I mean, I don't want everyone being gardeners personally.
I don't think everyone should be a gardener. I was very specific about just grow more healing things for the planet. Shit you don't have to spray a bunch of pesticides on to keep it growing. That's it. That's all I'm asking.
Sounds very pie in the sky still.
Possibly.
I don't know. What else are you thinking here for this here Christmas special?
I mean, I pitched the idea of talking about Christmas memories. I don't really know how how into that idea you were. We were both half asleep when we talked about it.
I don't know. What's your Christmas memories you want to talk about?
Um,
I have too many of them, so it's just kind of pointless to talk about them.
Okay.
My childhood kicked ass.
I know. That's cool. Good for you. My childhood wasn't. I never really thought of it as not kicking ass, but it was okay. We managed to do Christmas most of the time.
Sort of.
Presents weren't a big deal though. Like we did church a lot, and I guess that's the thing. Like I'm not doing church as much now. So like I kind of feel like, well, what the heck do I do for Christmas? Because it's like I don't do the presents thing, and I don't do the church thing. Am I even really doing anything? Like weird questions. But yeah,
You made lasagna.
I did. I made lasagna because I wanted to eat lasagna. It was literally the only reason. Like I feel like my body just wanted to make up like all those calories that I wasn't getting because I was like too tired to eat and too hungry to sleep or whatever.
You got more sleep this year than you have in any of the past years.
Possibly.
No,
Yeah.
not possibly. 100% you got more sleep than you've gotten in fucking the entire time you worked there.
At the expense of eating, possibly, but yes, probably. I cleaned my bathroom today and I was so excited to do it because I've just been not able to deal with it.
Wait, she did that instead of like forcing me to get out of bed.
It's annoying forcing you to get out of bed.
Well, it's because you don't do it.
No, it's annoying because it's annoying.
No, it's annoying because you approach it in the wrong way.
Okay.
If you did it the right way, it would be no issue whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But you refuse to kick me in the mouth.
It's just not my way.
Yeah, she's all peaceful and shit. All right, well, we don't need to take up everyone's holiday. We just want to wish you all a merry whatever the hell it is that you celebrate in this.
Pretty much, and a happy new year.
We're not gonna release an episode, I think, next week on the new year.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure our next
Episode is on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
All right, well then, have a fabulous week of celebrating all of the celebrating, and we'll see you next week for New Year's.
See you next week for New Year's.